Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So we are up to day 6 for the March Daily Journal Challenge, where we're going to use an envelope. So I have already picked out some of my pieces that I want to use for this page, and I'm just flicking to this page here is the one I want to use. But before I show you what I've pulled out, let me show you all my envelopes. So this is where I keep them. Let me move this out the way. This is an old shoebox that was covered in, I don't know, craft paper. And then I've got lots of envelopes and things that were sent to me. These are like just the random return envelopes and all that kind of thing that I coffee dyed. These ones I just buy from the post office so that I can use those in my journals. And there's some other larger colourful ones, and also a whole bunch of different cards, and so I keep cards as well as envelopes in here. And yeah, so different colours, different styles, different sizes. These ones are fun, window ones, and yeah, all sorts, all different little ones at the front. And then I have the coin envelopes on the side here. So that is where I keep all of my envelopes. And so just before I started filming, I already came up with the envelopes that I want to use for this page spread. So I pulled out this butterfly one. So these are some of the envelopes that I have in my stash that I've been hoarding for a long time, and finally I'm just like, okay, let's use these ones. So these, if I hoard them for such a long time, it usually means that I probably want to keep them. And yeah, so I'm going to show you 3 ways of including envelopes in your journal. Like, there's so many more ways than this, but I'll just show you 3 that I'll be doing. So one will be stuck on with glue, one with paper clip, and one with double-sided tape. So let me get my supplies out. Okay, and yeah, these 2 I believe were from Kerry from Which Craft Do You Do. She has a shop and it is amazing. It's the shop I always go to for sari silk and seam binding. So I'm going to glue that one on. I'm going to paper clip this one on, and I'm going to stick this one down with double-sided tape. So this one will end up being one you can take off and open. This one you have to use as a flip to pull that out, and this one stays on the page. So because it's envelope, I really wanted to do something interactive. So I'm just switching over to voiceover while I'm doing this process, and I'll chat about what I do as well as what this page is about. So here I'm just putting double-sided tape onto the envelope to make a pocket, and I'll put a tag behind there later on. And so all these items, the envelopes, the tags and journal cards I chose, they pretty much all came from other people, whether it was from a purchase I made or a gift that people sent me, Happy Mail, RAK, or a giveaway I won. And yeah, it all just spoke to me about how these kind of things can put a smile on someone's face. In the Junk Journals groups on Facebook, you often hear people say, thank you so much for sending me this RAK. It really lifted my day, it made my day, and I've been struggling right now, but this just really came at the right time. And so many times it's just so lovely seeing that when people just randomly give out gifts. I mean, this JJ community is just so generous. And here I'm just going through all the journal cards I thought I might want to use, and I'm separating them into 2 piles, ones that I will use, or ones that I might think I might want to use, and other ones that I won't use this time. And We Rise by Lifting Others, that's a card that really spoke to me for the theme of this page. How just, yes, the simple act of giving a Happy Mail or an RAK is something that can lift people up. And even like with my journals, it was just speaking to me about how every single journal that I make, I hope that when people get it, when it arrives in the mail, whether they bought it or whether I gift it, either way, I just pray and hope that my journals are something that lift people up, whether it just gives them a bit of joy because they got something in the mail, or when they open it, it makes them feel joy because they see something beautiful, or it means something special to them, or it just connects with them in some way. And yeah, I just really hope that happens for every single one of my journals and every single one of my creations, and even for, you know, my channel and every one of my videos. I hope it's something that lifts people up, that's not just, oh yeah, just watching something, but at the end of the video, I hope that they feel like, you know, oh, I feel a bit happier, or more encouraged, or more inspired, or something. And I don't know if I succeed at doing that, but that's my hope. And I think that we can all do this in our little ways. Whatever we do, just smiling at people, just being kind to people, giving people respect, giving them a gift, just chatting with people, whatever it is, we can all do our own little things in our own little ways every day to lift people up. And yeah, so that's what this page spread is about. And I've just stuck on that envelope at the top with glue to make the flip, and then I am watching what I'm doing to see what I do. So I'm figuring out where to put this journal card, and I'm putting it into that little pocket there, or in the envelope. And then later on, I do go in and journal on the pages, and I will show that, I think. So yeah, just going through all the cards and figuring out what I want to put into this envelope. And oh yeah, I already have a little tag in there that I put in there, and I can't quite remember where I got that one from. I think it might have been either from Denise or Nicole from My Dear Charlie. And I also got this piece, I think, from Denise. And there's a tea card that I put in later on. It's a journal card with a picture of a tea cup on it. That one, I believe, came from Gina from the Firefly Studio. So on the back of each of these journal cards, I try to write down where I got each thing from. Some of them I just stick onto the page, so you'll see that here. So I just skipped ahead a bit here so that you can actually see me doing the journaling part. And yeah, this is where I write on the back where I got each tag or journal card from. And yeah, I kind of sped it up a little bit just so you can see it a bit faster. This is a Micron pen, 0.1. So it's very nice and thin, and I really like it. I always heard about people saying how much they loved Micron pens and seeing videos of people using Micron pens, but I finally got one to try it out. I'm like, how much is the hype really worth it to get a Micron pen? But no, I am convinced now that I've got one. I love it. It writes really well, and I do like the thinness of it, and it's just so precise, and I really like the Micron pen, so I might go for a few different sizes. And I think it's archival and all that kind of stuff, like waterproof and safe to put in your journaling, so I guess that's another reason why people like it. So over here, because of this note paper, I thought I would do some actual writing, and this is where I talk about how, happy mail and RAKs and all that kind of thing can really lift people up, and it inspires me to be more generous, to give more happy mails, to give more RAKs, and how it is kind of contagious. So when I found myself in this community, this JJ community, where everyone is just so super lovely and kind and supportive and encouraging and generous by giving out happy mails and sharing supplies, sharing tips, and all that kind of stuff, it just makes you want to be part of it and makes you want to do the same thing. So yeah, it makes me want to give as many RAKs as possible, give as many happy mails as possible, do as many giveaways as possible, and give freebies and extras whenever I send out orders and all that kind of thing. But another thing to note, in that little journal card, there's a quote that says, you can't do everything, but you can do something, or something like that. And that's really good for me to know, because sometimes I can feel really guilty and I can feel bad that I'm not doing more, or that I'm not doing as much as other people, that I'm not giving as much as other people, or all that kind of thing. And this is just a good reminder for me and everyone that
We don't need to compare ourselves to other people or anything. We can give what we can have to give, and we don't have to give what other people have to give. So that goes with gifts and talents as well. We can think, oh, well, that person has this gift and I need to be like them. It's like, no. We all have our own unique gifts that we can give to others, whether it's, our voice, our singing voice, our musical talent, or our wit and humour, or our I don't know, our creativity. We are all creative in different ways, but yeah, just a reminder that we can all have something to give, but to give what we have to give, not what other people have to give. And that is enough. We don't have to do any more than that. And I suppose the same goes for like giving within our means. We can feel like, oh, I need to give so much because this other person gave so much. And it's like, no, just do what your heart is led. It's not about doing what other people are doing. It's about doing what you feel led to do within your own capabilities and your own gifts and talents and personality and passions and all that kind of thing. So yeah, just a good reminder there. And then I'm just journaling here about Carol and how she sent this card, and this is the card that really inspired the whole page spread, I suppose, about how we can lift other people up and how we can lift other people up with our words, which is one thing I really want to bring across as well and be intentional about. Like, we don't have to give just with RIKs and happy mails or financially or through our gifts and talents. We can also just give with our words, and that's something I want to be more better at, in just calling out things, hey, you're amazing, hey, I just see this in you and I think it's amazing. It brings light and life to other people. You lift other people up when you do this, or just being who you are lifts other people and lifts people up and gives so much to the world. And I also just want to say in this video, I guess, if you've ever been put down, or someone said something bad about you, or even if right now you're just feeling down about yourself, I just want to be that other voice in your life that says, hey, you are amazing, and I want you to remember that, and I want you to know that. And maybe you never knew this. Maybe you don't have any voices in your life that say this, or maybe you only have one or two voices, or they're very quiet voices. And I just hope to at least be one voice in this video right now to say, you are amazing. Don't let anyone make you feel less than, to make you feel inferior, to make you feel like you have to hide or be silent. You are an amazing gift to the world. You are beautiful. You are so loved. You are so worthy. You have so much to give. Your personality is a gift. Your gifts and talents are a gift. Your creativity is a gift. Whatever you do is just a gift. Who you are is an amazing gift. And don't hide yourself. Maybe someone said something to you or done something to you that you just feel like you can't do anything and you just want to hide in the background. And let me tell you, I've been there as well. I've been there before. And I just want to encourage you and be that voice and say, keep going, keep showing yourself. You are a light. And you can only shine that light when you are sharing who you are, sharing your stories, sharing your heart. Don't hide your light, because people are in dark places too, and maybe they're feeling terrible about themselves and feeling put down and feeling less than, and it might take you saying something to them to lift them up out of that darkness, and you will be a light to them. So it's just real simple things. I mean, just calling it out, speaking it out, encouraging people, because often we don't know that we are a light. We just think, oh yeah, we're just our random selves, whoever we are. And it takes one person sometimes just to say, hey, when you do this, or when you are just who you are, it shines, and it can make the world a difference. It can just make someone go, wow, I never saw that about myself, and oh, now I really value that about myself because I realize someone else values it. And yeah, I don't know, that's just a really important thing I find. And I'm writing down here just how I want to be that kind of person, and how I want Willowbound Journals and Words Like Silk to be that, to be a light and to bring love into people's lives and to make people's lives better. If I only want it to lift people up, I never want anything I create or any video I do or any word I speak or anything I do in life to bring someone down. That's just horrible. And so yeah, that's just encouragement there. Okay, now I'm getting out my stamp pad and I'm stamping the date for this page spread. And then I end up just adding a little bit more stuff, making the page a bit more interactive, adding some layers and decorative elements, and I pull out some extra journaling cards and things eventually. And I pull out that tea card and a journal card. So I think I'm not sure when I end up pulling it out, so I'll stop it here and show you the end page spread. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. So I'm pulling out these journal cards that are really pretty, that I want to use in my own journals. And I don't want to use any of those, apparently. I want to, look, you get a great shot of my arm and a scratch from Keanu. Hang on. No, I'll stop it here and I'll show you the end page. Okay, so here is my finished page spread, and I'm flipping everything up and taking everything out to show how interactive it is. Yeah, I finally think I'm getting into the swing of it. You know, the first 3 days I was like, what do I do on my page spreads? And I just kind of only used washi tape, or I only used stamps. And now I'm getting more into the swing of things and combining elements, so I don't just have envelopes on this page. I've got journal cards, I've got tags. This is that element where I created a pocket, and yeah, it's really fun to make it a bit more interactive. So yeah, the last page spread as well, I think I got more into the groove, adding washi tape and label stickers, word stickers, as well as photos to bring a page together and combine elements. So I'm finding it already, we're day 6, I'm finding this challenge really beneficial already to use different supplies and kind of get more comfortable using them in combination. And yeah, it's only day 6, so it can only get better from here, right? Getting into the groove. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. It's so wonderful seeing your page spreads. It's really awesome. Some of you sharing videos, some of you sharing your photos on Facebook, and yeah, it's really wonderful. So I think the next prompt for tomorrow is paint chip, which I'm excited about as well. So I'll just give you a look at what I've done, and I hope you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.